The long-standing ambition of Hollywood superstar Tom Cruise to film a major motion picture sequence in outer space has reportedly hit a significant roadblock, one tied directly to the current political landscape in the United States. At 63 years old, the actor and producer, renowned for his high-stakes action roles in the Mission Impossible franchise and his willingness to perform daring stunts personally, has apparently abandoned plans to pursue this groundbreaking project due to complications involving the need for high-level governmental approval. The dream involved collaborating with NASA to shoot scenes aboard the International Space Station or in a related orbital environment, a feat that would represent a first-of-its-kind cinematic achievement. Such an endeavor would require extensive coordination with federal agencies, including NASA itself, and ultimately would necessitate sign-off or facilitation from the executive branch of the U.S. government, specifically the White House. Sources close to the situation indicate that Cruise, ever the meticulous and controlling force behind his productions, has chosen not to move forward because it would involve requesting a personal favor from Donald Trump, who serves as the 47th President of the United States. According to insider accounts, Cruise's reluctance stems from a strong aversion to entangling his professional pursuits with overt political dimensions. He has maintained a relatively apolitical public persona for many years, focusing intensely on his craft rather than aligning with partisan causes. The idea of approaching the current administration for assistance reportedly felt untenable to him on principle. As one knowledgeable source explained, the logistics of filming in space are extraordinarily complex and inherently dangerous, demanding not just technical expertise but also official permissions that could only come through federal channels. Without that support, the project becomes logistically impossible. This isn't the first time the concept has generated excitement. Back around 2020, NASA's then-administrator publicly expressed enthusiasm for partnering with Cruise on such a venture. In a notable social media announcement at the time, the administrator highlighted the potential for the project to inspire future generations of scientists and engineers, emphasizing how popular media could bring NASA's ambitious goals to a wider audience. The statement fueled widespread speculation that the collaboration was on track, with Cruise's track record of pushing boundaries, such as his real-life aviation stunts and zero-gravity training, making him an ideal figure for a space-based film. Yet, as years passed, progress stalled amid broader uncertainties, including shifts in administrations, NASA's priorities, and the immense technical hurdles. Cruise is described by those familiar with his working style as a control freak, who insists on overseeing virtually every aspect of his films, from script development to execution of stunts. This perfectionism has earned him a reputation as both a visionary and a demanding collaborator. Sources portray him as someone who outwardly appears congenial and approachable but harbors a significant ego and an unyielding desire for autonomy. The prospect of depending on political goodwill, particularly from a figure like Trump, whose tenure has been marked by polarizing decisions and media dominance, clashed fundamentally with Cruise's preference for self-reliance. The decision to step back from the dream underscores broader challenges in blending Hollywood ambition with government-backed endeavors. Space filmmaking would involve unprecedented risks, including safety protocols for cast and crew in a zero-gravity environment, coordination with international partners on the ISS, and compliance with strict federal regulations. Without enthusiastic support from the top levels of government, the barriers prove insurmountable. Cruise's choice to avoid any perceived political entanglement reflects his long-standing approach to career management, where he prioritizes artistic and technical control over external dependencies. Cruise's career trajectory has been defined by bold risks and reinventions. From early breakout roles in the 1980s to becoming one of the last true movie stars capable of opening films globally through sheer star power, he has consistently sought projects that push limits. The Mission Impossible series in particular showcases his commitment to practical effects and real danger, with stunts like hanging off skyscrapers or motorcycle jumps off cliffs. A space film would have elevated this ethos to new heights, literally and figuratively, potentially inspiring awe similar to how films like 2001, A Space Odyssey or Gravity captured imaginations.